So, I wasn't allowed to post for a minute. So, I do want to make a statement about the stuff I said about, like, my dad being, like, why Keith and my mom was trying to say my dad was CIA officer, and then Keith trying to get, oh, hey, like, my nice red eye. That's what happens when you let a dog pee in your eye. So you could, go save someone's kid that you don't know. This is a reoccurring event and it won't go away. I might actually lose my eye from it one day. But the most happy thing I could say is whether I lose my eye, I'm alive or dead. Chelsea Clausen and Autumn Clausen are fine. Autumn doesn't have any neurological damages due to sound effects or anything when she was a kid on a bus. It's all good. And I can only hope that I know Chelsea's going to be one of the best people in the entire world. But maybe Autumn will be a nurse and take care of me one day while I'm injured. And I will be very happy to say your mom is one of the coolest people I've ever met. With no eye, because I lost it. Either way, that doesn't matter. What my family was doing and Keith was doing with my dad, and why they're scared of the Jenny Jones video, is because in there in that day, there was a thing with Keith, me, and Ricky talking to my dad about if my dad had ever killed anybody, and Keith never has because he never even been to war, and he admitted that frankly to the whole family. Ricky never has. He was in peacetime. My dad has. And the point was, like, they were trying to prove my dad was schizophrenic from that shit, and then me witnessing it would make me schizophrenic, which was their idea, and like some dumb shit. And then my dad pretends that he's in the CIA due to all this shit that my mom and Keith could set up to bust my grandpa, me, and my dad, and Dave, and everybody else in the family for believing. And then they found out I was going to get federally contracted, not just stately contracted. So now I'm frauding being a FBI agent. So my dad is now a CIA officer under fraud, and I am now an FBI agent under fraud. My dad was a grunt in the military, which means he was a rifleman in Vietnam, which he went to the front lines of the most intense war zones. And what they told you there was basically, here's a rifle and some ammo, and if you don't get killed and come back, maybe we'll feed you. See, what I was an informant. And what they told me was, we just frankly don't give a fuck about you. But hey, if you live, we might protect you. It's really cool how the American government works.